Well. We meet again. We meet again. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Q, the Content Guy, and I'm back for a brand new review. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 17, Episode 11, Shady Texts and Bigger Regrets. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend that knows 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 a friend knows a friend knows a friend knows a friend knows a friend. Come on over to the channel, like the video, hype up the video, and let's get to talking. Hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I was gonna come on last night, but by the time I got home, I was gonna be rushing, and then it was gonna be late. So I was like, and I needed to eat. So then I was gonna come on earlier today, but then I had a whole bunch of stuff I needed to do along with work. So I was like, I'm gonna give y'all a show tonight. So I'm here. I'm hungry. So we gonna see how long. Maybe these people keep calling me. You know when you buy a car and then all of a sudden everybody's gonna call you now. Child, the car already sitting outside. Y'all don't leave me alone. You should have called me Friday when I called y'all. I got what I needed. Anyway, congratulations to the Knicks. The game was not. Game four was exciting. This game, but regardless, congratulations to the Knicks. I wish they would have won at home, but I'm happy that they won. 53, 54 years since the last championship. And shout out to them. I don't know, I was talking to my mom about the game, and I was like, it just wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a boring game, but it wasn't game four. But I think game four was like a once in a lifetime, not once in a lifetime, but like a certain kind of like it's not gonna happen often. You said I started watching after the halftime show. The rating was on the wall. Yeah, and they put up, and the Spars put a lot on. What's his name? Wembley. They put a lot on him. But they all young, child. They like 20, 21, 22. The boys young. But anyway, we're here to talk about a team that that I doubt will be going to championships or Super Bowls anytime soon. That's Atlanta. So, it was a cool episode. I thought this was like a decent episode. It wasn't drama, but it was some fun scenes in this episode. So, I feel like my notifications don't be. Do y'all be getting my notifications? I feel like my notification didn't go out, but I don't know if this notification didn't go out. Anyway, child, I'm tired. Y'all. I'm tired. So, but yeah, all right. So we here. What we talk about? We talking about Atlanta. The show starts off with you get notified. Okay. The show starts off with baby. Did y'all see the trailer for next week's From? Sure. And I was watching. I watched Love Island. You know what? Before I get started, real quick, let me say this about Love. No, I talk about Love Island at the end. I gotta keep remembering them. They young. They young. Excuse me. The show starts off with Cynthia and Shamina. Cynthia says Shamina's normally a good time, but not in Dallas. But because of their relationship, she owes her, the time to listen to her problems and all this kind of stuff. They talk about the guest list for Gerald's party. She says she has no problem with. She says she has a. Oh, she didn't invite Angela. We know why she didn't invite. She said she has no problem with Drew. Okay. She said she didn't invite Porsha because it would have been awkward. Cynthia was like, well, that's interesting because Porsha invited you to her stuff. And she's like, yeah, but and you invited Dennis. And she was like, yeah, well, Dennis and Gerald be doing play dates with the kids, and they're really good friends. Okay, Shamia. And then she talks about a text message from last year, and when you talk about my marriage and blah blah blah. We don't have to be best of friends, but I just want to have fun with everybody in the group. No, you don't. I feel as though, to me, Porsha invited you somewhere. You should have invited Porsha, right? But I also understand that y'all ain't really messing with each other, so cool, whatever. But I would have invited her because you invited her baby daddy. So she talked about the surrogate. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing about Shamia and the surrogate. She talked about the surrogate, and she says if the boy doesn't take, she doesn't know if there'll be another baby. Cynthia said she wondered if the stress of from Gerald and the baby and stuff like that is why she's going off on the girls. And she's like, no, that's not why I'm going off on the girls. I'm going off because they deserve it. Can we not start the show off with Shamia? Shamia is such a drain. She's a draining person. Like she's so. She just. Can we just not to start the show off with her? We just don't need to start the show off with her. I don't like Shamia. I don't. And I know it's probably like there's people out there who people out there who probably don't like the fact that I say I don't like Shamia. I don't like Shamia. I don't. I don't. So I don't. Anyway, Pinky meets up with Kate Michelle. She said that she's franchised her Slutty Vegan. She now has 250 slutty vegan franchises. Speaking of slutty vegan franchises, so there's one in Baltimore. It was shut down for health reasons. Mm-hmm. It was shut down for health reasons. They just talked about it right before I came on here. The Slutty Vegan in Baltimore shut down for health reasons. Mm-hmm. And then the guy gonna say, people so quick to believe what they see on the internet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When was it shut down? It didn't say when it was shut down, but apparently they moved locations. Mm-hmm. I won't be eating there. And apparently, this new location is more convenient for people.
Made the choice.
So she's talking about her franchises that she owes. She won't let her husband help her, even though he's super successful.
Made the choice.
Kate Michelle said everybody has a season of highs and lows, which I do believe that. She says she's going through hers right now. She says that after the national anthem, that she and Shamia and Ricky Smiley, Shamia Mama, went to the club. Now, who was watching the kids? Because I thought Shamia Mama was the babysitter. Who was watching the kids? And am I going to the club with my mama? And I thought her mama was a church, upright church woman. The club with your mama, and I let my mama down. I'm not going to the club with my mama. So K Michelle says that her and her mama was face to face, pretty much nose touching nose, and she held her hand for about an hour and was praying for her. And Shamia was pretty much saying, I just hope that you're loyal to me because none of my friends wanted me to be friends with you. K Michelle said she went to the car crying, and she said she don't want to hear about no candy coated nights and all the people that's against her. And I've been holding Shamia down. I've been having her back heavy. So I just don't understand this. But this is my whole thing, K Michelle, and I've been wondering this. And I said this earlier when I was talking to one of my friends. I don't understand. This is how I feel about the K Michelle versus Atlanta situation. Both sides play a part in it. The part that irritates me with the Candy and Toya and Rashida side is you can't tell that girl what her experience was. You can't tell that girl if Memphis wasn't down there whooping her ass. You can't tell her that. You can't say she's lying because you're trying to save face for him. We also know that it's true because when Memphis was ready with Toya ass on Marriage Boot Camp. So we know it's true. Her experience has nothing to do with Toya's experience. But Toya ain't even with the nigga no more. However, with that being said, K Michelle girl, why you got all these goddamn problems with these people? You said a couple weeks ago, you got all these men talking about you. Every time we turn around, you beefing with another woman. What is why did you even go to Atlanta? Why are you even in Atlanta if you having all these damn problems with these people? Take your ass down into Tennessee or Memphis, Texas, New York. Take your ass somewhere else because clearly, oh, and Fram is this weekend. Because clearly, you are having issues and it always leads to you crying about something. They crying about the plot. They crying about your twat. They crying about your toes. You crying about this. You crying about that. Don't nobody want you. Somebody in your DMs. Ain't nobody in your DMs. Like, it's really difficult for me to like K Michelle. And this is before K Michelle even got on the show. And I know how to separate. And the thing about me is, I know how to separate the person from the music. I got K Michelle mixtape. I got one of her albums on there. You know what I'm saying? She a decent artist, but you seem to have all these problems with everybody, and it's always woe is me. You always seem like you don't do nothing wrong, and it's always woe is me. You and Tamar got the same goddamn issue. You and Tay Tay got the same issue. Now it's I don't care what the candy coated night got to say, and Shamia saying this and Shamia saying, and then Shamia, girl, what was your purpose of saying that? What was your purpose of saying that? Like, oh, I just hope that you loyal to me because nobody wanted me to be your friend. Shamia, girl, you such a pick me. Girl, you such a pick me. So, um, Pinky says she's throwing the 80s party, skate party, and she's inviting everybody, including Drew on say they trying to shade Drew. So, Porsha and Mike are having lunch or breakfast or dinner, something. Talking about their fake relationship. That's all I got. I I don't believe it, so I don't want to talk about it. Kelly is moving, um, and she says she don't want to live nowhere. Child, and I get this. Kelly say she don't want to live nowhere where she feels uncomfortable. Excuse me, I take that back. Kelly says she has never lived anywhere where she was uncomfortable.
What is it that you want to say?
Kelly says she never lived anywhere where she wasn't uncomfortable. Wasn't your husband down there whooping your ass? It had you hiding. It had you sleeping in the closet. That wasn't uncomfortable for you. That wasn't nothing about that was uncomfortable. Nothing about that was uncomfortable for you. Not okay. Okay. Child, what do I know? What I what do I know? Um she said her neighbors are out of control, you know, before the show started that Kelly was going to court, getting sued by the neighbors and all this kind of stuff. We found out that Kelly's daughter got a car because the neighbor had the car booted and all this kind of stuff. So she pretty much she had the neighbor from hell. Mm. And she says she's moving. Her good girlfriend of 1 year. Her good girlfriend of 1 year, Shamina Tears, has a townhome that she did an investment for when she first married Gerald. And she found out that Kelly was going through it, so she wanted Kelly to, she wanted to help Kelly out. Now, mind you, when they over at the house, Kelly mama is side eyeing Shamia. Because the mother was like, girl, you can just come on home till you get back on your feet. And she was like, no, And Kelly mama was like, you taking my grandbabies away from me and all kind of stuff. I just think that Shamia is a pick-me. And for me, you on TV talking about people's living situations, Kelly. You online talking about that Simon house, that Simon house. Now you living in Shamia's house. And then I'm also a little confused. And maybe this is just how I operate. The guy that you talking to, Jarvis, gave you $70,000 to fix your mouth. You didn't take that $70,000 and put it for a down payment on a new house. You didn't take that $70,000 and go find you somewhere and pay 2 years worth of rent. You didn't take that $70,000 and put it into savings. Because later in the show you said you was in the red, so you thought it was more important to fix your teeth than have a roof over your head for you and your daughters. I'm not here for nobody's downfall. Let me make that very clear. I'm not here for anybody's downfall. I went through one last year. What I'm simply saying is priorities are all over the place. There was nothing wrong with your teeth, but there was something wrong with your household. There was something wrong with your household. Right. You went to the $70,000 and paid tuition? I heard she got those teeth for free. Her chat GPT boyfriend can't afford all that. You talking about? I think her boyfriend is Shamia. When it comes to Kelly, I just ugh. So, Angela is meeting up with her brother. They're talking about her mom who passed a year ago. She said grief is tricky. She says her youngest kid thinks Amari's wife is actually her best friend, and it's Amari's job to explain the marriage. Those are questions that only she can answer. Now, there was a debate online on whether Angela is homophobic or not. I don't know. I don't know if what she said was homophobic. To me, it was not. But I also can understand where people are coming from too, where it's like, why are you telling these kids that this woman that your daughter is married to is her best friend? This is her wife. And no, you don't need to go around saying your sister married to blah 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 blah, but you're lying to the kids. Like it just didn't make any sense to me. And on top of that, I think Amari was too young to get married, but yeah, I don't think she's homophobic. Yeah, I think she just pissed her daughter got married without telling her. I think so too. I don't know. It's an interesting topic. People see homophobia in different ways. I think the issue that bothers me is when straight women, be like, "Oh, that's homophobic." Baby, how would you know? How would you know what's homophobic? Especially if you're not a real ally. Especially if you're not a real ally. So for you to say, "Oh, that's homophobic," that's homophobic, that's homophobic, but baby, if you get into it with a gay boy, the first thing you say is stay out of women's business. So I think that's going to be a debate for everybody else to figure out. I'm not here to figure it out. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't know. I think she mad for something totally different. You gotta be careful what you say on reality TV sometimes. I don't know. But then the boy who sued her, the boy who claimed that he had a beef with Angela and Charles last year, came out and was like, "Yeah, she homophobic because she called me a fag." Maybe you just want to be in a conversation. We didn't forget all about you in that story. You just want to be in a conversation. So I don't know. But yes, grief can be very tricky. It can be. It's one of those moments where you just don't know when it's going to hit you, right? You just don't know. So, yeah. Over at the Phaedra group, Kelly says everything is in the red. Kelly, everything is in the red. So you thought it was important to take that $70,000 and get your teeth fixed. Everything is in the red. She said, Phaedra said she filed an emergency to get her divorce settlement. She also thinks that she needs to file. She also thinks she needs to file to get child support. Phaedra said she won numerous awards. Cynthia, get it right, because y'all remember the back and forth. Maybe that was a good back and forth. Win a case. Stay out of case. Win a case. Stay out of case. That was a good back and forth, baby. What was that, season 7 reunion? The all white. Mm-hmm. She said, "Honey, I got a Jared. What she say? I got a doctorate. No, what she say? She said, you should. What she said? What Cynthia say? You should know coming from the head doctor." And Kenya said, "Ooh, ooh, baby, that was a good back and forth." Over there selling hope dreams to little girls. Kelly brings up the situation of not being able to film with her daughters. Phaedra said, "I understand what you're going through, and I understand this can be a lot. This is my gift to you. You're going through a rough time. You're going through a rough time." So, yeah. Hey, Shar. Yes, thank you. You made it because you're sitting on Captain Crunch, and I'm sitting over here on Aquafina. Kelly, you not being able to film with your kids, I understand how you feel like you hurt by that. But it's not like your kids is on here and we just need to always see them. It's not like they were on here making a groundbreaking, they just the kids that like they the kids of yesteryears. Like, we don't need to see your kids, girl. You're fine not being able to film. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay. Worry about focusing on your filming. And let the girls know they ain't do nothing wrong. Let the girls know they ain't do nothing wrong. But you not. I don't, baby. Kelly not a good housewife to me. I'm sorry. I don't know. But Phaedra gave her the work for free. And we gonna see what happens. I could care less. I thought this scene was kind of interesting coming up. Pinky is over at Montel Jordan house and his wife house, and they passed us. And Pinky got in a confessional, and Pinky said that Montel Jordan is the greatest artist of our generation. He's one of the greatest artists of our generation. Pinky said Montel Jordan is one of the greatest artists of our generation.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Child, you put that comment down. You put that down there because you want me to say something. I ain't about to say nothing. I'm gonna leave it alone. Child. I see a model like Bryce. Montel Jordan is one of the greatest artists of our generation. Montel Jordan got 2 songs, and he wrote one. He wrote Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, and he got 2 songs. I ain't never in my years heard nobody say, "Child, Montel Jordan baby, Montel Jordan is just the greatest thing ever." I want to be like Montel Jordan. One of my inspirations for getting into singing was Montel Jordan. Pinky said that. Pinky said Montel Jordan is also her marriage counselor.
song?
Montel Jordan got 2 songs. Montel Jordan got 2 songs. I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people be like, oh, they the greatest, they are iconic, they this, they. I don't like when people do that. Montel Jordan got 2 songs. And you only know one. We barely know Let's Get It On Tonight. We barely know that. And his first single, what was Montel Jordan's first single? People either hate that song or they love that song. I can't think of his first single. Look at that. I can't think of Montel Jordan's first single. Anyway, child. So they marriage counselors. Child, baby, honey, unsung at its best. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I'm feeling right. Honey's over here on the west side. Then I call up my shorty, and I call it up. Then she's the keys to my truck. Yeah, honey on the honey over there. It feels so good in my hood tonight. So they marriage counselors, and Pinky is over there talking about didn't he have a song with Left Eye? That was Darnell Jones. What song Montel Jordan got with Left Eye? No, Montel Jordan wrote Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. How did you get here? I caught the bus. Nobody's supposed to be here. I've tried that love thing for the last time. My heart says no, no, no. What was I saying? This scene was interesting to me because I feel like I'm like, Derek, do you like Pinky? It's just so they talking about yes, that's the remix. Yes, I caught the bus. Yes, the remix. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not, baby. That baby, the Darnell Jones and Left Eye, baby, that's a hit. That baby, Left Eye and Darnell Jones was a hit. Yeah, he wrote how I'm supposed to get, not nobody's supposed to be here because it was meant for. Here go Patty. I was supposed to sing that song. Patty girl. Patty always talking about she supposed to sing. Patty always supposed to talk about she supposed to sing that song. She supposed to sing what else Patty say? She's supposed to sing Patty was supposed to sing I Will Always Love You. Patty girl. And I love Patty down. Girl, stop. Anyway. You know what's up. So every time Pinky talked, Derek got something to say. Y'all notice that? So Pinky was like, yeah, my man is very, I didn't want him to take his money and help me, blah, blah. So Darnell Jones' wife was like, that's called pride. Here go, Derek. That's what I told her. Boy, every time she say something, every time Pinky say something, Derek got something to say. That's what I told her. I'm trying to help her. She won't let me help her. And then Pinky in the confession talk about, this is what I prayed for. This is what I prayed for. I just want him to be a better wife. This is what I prayed for. You pray for a nigga to act more feminine than you? Okay. Hey, you like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. So Derek is pretty much trying to help her. Now, my thing is this, Derek, you only offer her $5 million. She's $25 million in the hole. My bad. Excuse me. She's 25 million in the hole. You only offer her 5, and I don't think you got 5 to offer her. I don't think you got $5 million to offer her. And she said she's struggling with having to go to file for bankruptcy. She's always been single. She's always been an independent woman. She's always done things on her own, and she just is really struggling with the help from her husband. My thing is, Pinky, you either gonna take it or you ain't gonna take it. You either gonna take it or you ain't gonna take it. But you know you ain't gonna take it because you know he ain't really got it. Porsha said she didn't know about the reaction that she was going to get from dating 2 people when she came out and said that she dated a man and a woman. She didn't think about their feelings because she's the one that's single. She's the public figure and they're not. Ouch. So she didn't think about their feelings. They show up to Drew's former house. They talk about Drew singing the national anthem over there in that baseball field. Porsha's talking about she did a great job. She killed it, girl. And they talk about what happened with Drew and Shamia and K Michelle. You know, when Drew tell a story, Drew don't tell the same story that we seen on TV. Because when Drew was talking the story, I was like, well, I wanted to see that episode. Because the episode that we seen Drew, none of that happened. The only part Drew got right was K Michelle got up and walked out or ran out and left her purse. But everything else didn't. I didn't see that happen. So they talk about they bring up Pinky's TV series. And they said that Natari is going to play Cynthia. Here go Phaedra. Oh, that's my girl. Everybody say we twins. We look like each other. Baby, baby Cynthia turned her head and she said, really? Girl. Baby, that girl turned her head and she said, really? That scene gave me, everybody calls me Beyonce. Nobody calls you that, baby. They're just trying to get in your panties. So Cynthia said, baby, we talking about 2026 Phaedra or Phaedra back in the day? Because Phaedra with this wig, I don't see it. So then Angela said, baby, Natari must need a check because she know damn well she don't like no Pinky. They should have called Mr. Clean. I said, girl.
Oh, I can't breathe.
If Angela producing that's a small check, baby, she only got $40,000. My thing is, Angela, Pinky, you got $40,000 to produce a multi-series TV show that requires a production company, that requires filming, editing, script writing, casting, location, setup, catering. It requires all of those things, and you think $40,000 is going to get you all that? You like Luther Vandross, bitch. Cynthia was confused, and so was I. So I was like, okay. So they bring up the text message because Cynthia brings up the text message that Shamia told her about. And Porsha was like, baby, I'm not defending no text message that was public. She said, I've been nothing but nice to these girls. I've been nothing but pleasant with these girls. I guess I am the drama. Drew talks about the sit down. Then she brings out, they brought out some rainbow cake. And she was like, don't do it. Porsha's like, don't do it. Phaedra was like, hell no. Nah. And she was like, this is for you because you got a lot going on. And Porsha said, well, I'm gonna eat half and you eat the other half, bitch. And then it was like, if Ralph's downstairs, we're gonna do some Morse code. It was a fun scene. Those girls give me they a good time. They give me that they are a good time, and they know how to have fun. With Kelly and K Michelle and Shamia, child, you can be over there crying and dealing with brokenness and infections, and I ain't got time for that. Porsha gonna get you a money man. So, it was a fun scene. I enjoyed it. Drew can't tell a story, but it was a really, really fun scene, and it was good to see the girls together. It's today of Pinky's 80th party. The girls show up. Most of them ate. Some didn't. I don't know what Pinky had on. Porsha gives Angela this beautiful picture of her mom. The girls gave her flowers. The girls really showed up for her, and they all came together. It was a really, really good scene. It was nice to see them having fun. It was nice to see no drama. The girls were skating. Like they was having a really good time. Phaedra had me cracking up trying to get down on that skateboard. I mean, not skateboard, but down on the skate ring. It was just a fun time. Do y'all know how to skate? When the last time y'all been skating? I think the last time I went skating was when I was in high school, or like right after high school. And I know at one point people were trying to make skating like a really big thing, but I don't know. I don't even know if I know how to skate. I don't even know if I know how to ride a bike. No, I know how to ride a bike. But you said you went skating there. Oh, you go skate. I skate every week. All right. Inform, did you go down? Did you go to Baltimore Pride? Inform. Mm-hmm. Baby. Before I finish, they said that they found. Y'all ready for this? They said they found at Baltimore Pride. They said they found 5 guys butt naked outside, passed out. Butt naked outside, passed out. And baby, guess what color they were? Guess what color, and guess what race, and guess what color they were? They was black.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was 5 black guys out there. I said, is this what Pride is about? And y'all passed out in the park? Butt naked?
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. Cut the show. Can you make that commitment for him?
Oh, that's the party that you went skating in Dallas. Oh, that's what you did in Dallas. Okay, I know how to skate. I was shocked. Came Michelle don't know how to skate. I'm going to try to do Afram this weekend. Let me see this lineup of Afram. No, baby, they was black and it was black. Let me see this lineup for Afram. Am I going to Afram in the heat? AFA. I ain't got my hair done. Let me see Afram Baltimore. Let me see Afram on Baltimore. I don't know about I thought Afram, because Afram used to be at a different time last year. Let's see. It's the 50th Afram Festival. 3 days of fun. It's 3 days now. Juneteenth. Y'all off for Juneteenth? Y'all off for Juneteenth? Was it KJ? My God. My God. My God, Amy. No. No, it wasn't KJ. So Afram is this it's like a what's Afram like? How can I describe Afram? It's like an artsy thing in Baltimore that happens every year. It's very festive. It's like it's a celebration of like Black culture, community, music, and stuff like that. That's pretty much what it is. It's a really good time. Last year, baby, it was hot as hell last year. But last year they had let me finish the review and then I get into Afram. Sorry, y'all. So the final scene was Dennis and Porsha. Dennis shows up at the house. Porsha was like, Dennis was like, you need to slow down. Porsha was like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody has met Pilar. He said, I waited for this thing to be over, waited for you and Simon to break up. And she's like, that's not good. You shouldn't be waiting on nobody's downfall or somebody to break up. And she said, "This is painful for me." He said, "I put your ring back. I waited around to see if maybe we could fix it. Here's your ring back." And she starts getting emotional. And she was like, "That's so messed up of you to bring that back. And why would you do something like that?" And all those things. I don't know what the purpose of that last scene was, but she pretty much is going off. She was like, "You're the trauma. You're not the drama. I would love to be back with you, but you're like, there's another side of you that I don't want. I don't want my daughter to be raised in this toxicity." And you engaged you proposed to me twice and you broke the engagement. So I don't want to keep doing this with you. If you want to move on, go ahead and move on with your tight jeans and your ankle huggers. She said, "You doing the most. Get rid of it. Give it to Pilar or get rid of it. Move on." Um, I think that Porsha and Dennis, of course, they love each other. She said he's a great father. I just feel like with Dennis and Porsha, they're both probably toxic to each other. But Dennis, you gotta know what you want, and you gotta read the room. You bringing it like, to me, that whole scene just seemed fake or whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna say it seemed fake, but Dennis, you don't really know what you want. The other thing is, Dennis never had nobody that looked like Porsha, and because he never had nobody to look like Porsha, he is doing everything in his power to try to get her back. But you probably can get her back if you just be a stand-up guy. Yeah, you're a great father, but now be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you need to do for Porsha. You doing what you need to do for Pilar. Gonna find out you got physical joint custody of her. So just do what you need to do for Porsha, and maybe I can make it work. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. It was a fun episode, but yeah, I don't know. But it was a cool episode. Nothing really to like rush home about. And we don't always need drama. I've said that before. I don't always need drama. That's why I kind of enjoyed this episode. I like to see the girls laugh and having a good time. I think Shamia just desperate for TV time. I don't think we should ever start a show off with her. But it's really good to see the girls together and being able to put their differences aside and come together for Angela and things like that. So, it was a cool episode. My favorite scene was at Drew's house. That was my favorite scene. So yeah, that was the episode. So let me tell y'all, give y'all, I got 2 more things and then get up off of here. So let me tell y'all about Afram. Let's read that lineup for Afram. Let's read the lineup. Oh, so Afram last year was Juvenile, JT. Now, what's interesting is they wouldn't let JT cuss, and maybe Mama was struggling because all her every song she got a cuss word, so Mama was struggling. But they let Juvenile cuss all he wanted. So the lineup this year gonna be Charlie Wilson, SWV, The Locks, Mario, Tamia, PJ Morton, Normani, Chloe Bailey, Little Mo, Alternate, Brandon Woody, Jay Brown, and Paula Campbell. Paula Campbell's a local Baltimore artist. If I went, I will only want to see. What's the actual days everybody performing though? I would only want to see the Locks and Tamia. And I guess SWV. I don't want to see nobody else. I love the Locks. Locks are one of my favorite groups. And I love Jadakiss. Wow out. She said she was a model for a year and a half. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to this. And don't give me. Last year, it was so hot last year, though. It was so hot. Hey, Richie. Starting the show off with both Shamia and Cynthia and Shamia it was a bad choice. Porsha was IRL with Dennis in that scene. What does IRL mean? Coco and the girl. Okay. Coco and Coco and the Cocoettes. Um, do y'all watch Love Island? Because I'm gonna talk about Love Island for a little bit before I get up off of here. Cause I need to eat. I'm hungry. With Love Island, I feel like, and I have to understand, I'm older than these. They kids, they babies. No, Little Mo, can you live with it? Why? I told Amy J. I told you I met Little Mo. Little Mo was so goddamn nasty to me. I was 16. No, I was 17. I worked at Walgreens. That was my job while I was in high school. And she came in. This is during the Love You for Life. Baby, I'm at the point of my life when I'm tired of playing games. I'm ready to settle down. That's Porsha and Dennis song. That's why the shit ain't work. So she came in and she was looking for makeup pads. I don't know what the hell makeup pads is. So I was like, well, I think they're down, so-and-so aisle. She was real nasty. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you ain't got no makeup artist. You got to get your own shit. Lil Mo was nasty. And I was like, from that moment, I was like, girl, fuck that bitch. That was me. I got some Lil Mo, baby. I got some Lil Mo songs on my phone. But I was like, bitch. Shit. Anyway. Love Island. Lil Mo gives no budget. So last night episode came on. I don't like what Anaya did to KC. I don't like what she did to that Black King. And she gets very insecure. The thing is, that boy ain't done nothing to you. That boy ain't done nothing wrong to you. That boy has reassured you every chance he get. He lets you know what's going on, let you know how he feel. And you so goddamn insecure that you walking over there talking about some damn. That you walking over there talking about some damn. Well, you said this, and you're over there with her, and say you're always smiling, and you're always on this, and you're always on that. Girl, shut the girl. Don't you? You're pissing me off, Casey. You're pissing me off. Girl, you. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that. That boy ain't done nothing to you. And what you trying to do is get America to turn on him. In case he wasn't even in your top two. You wasn't even trying to be with the black man. You was over there trying to be with the Mexicans. So I just did not. I just and it was like, Casey, what you smiling about? Girl, he always smiling. He always smiling. And can you hold my hand? And he don't want to hold you don't want to hold his hand until y'all get upstairs and shit, because you gotta talk to him, and then you sitting down and then you lying, talking about you said I was a safe option. I didn't say you was a safe option. I said you were the first option. I didn't say you were safe. I said you were the first. Who would have thought Nick? Who's Nick? You mean Zach? Maybe Zach got a long tongue. Zach got a long tongue. And I just did not like that. And you get very insecure. You get very much like you can't handle it. And my thing is, baby, when we gonna shake the house up? When is Casa? Oh, so the 22nd is Casa More, because they want to play in the movie theaters. They want to play that scene in the movie theaters. Baby, we need to shake this house up. And Love Island people, we need some bombshells. We need some bombshells. No, I'm not going to movies to watch it. I'm going to sit right on my couch and watch it. We need some bombshells. Because this what you giving us now is some bullshit. So it's like I did not like that. And Kenzie, baby, that white baby, she be giving that baby. Kenzie be giving that pussy, Kenzie, Kenzie, use a hoe. And Mel, girl, come on, girl. You still cry. Sincere is a liar. And you crying over him? Sincere is a liar. And you crying over him. I can't sleep in the same room because Casey's there and and Kenzie's there, and I just don't know when I'm gonna go sleep with her. Girl, fuck him. Fuck him. Stand up. Stand up. But what else happened? The challenge happened. The challenge was cool. My thing is that, like, I like Kenzie. I bet you do like Kenzie. She's a cross of Britney Spears. Boy, you must be talking about recent Britney. And I felt bad for the white boy. What's his name? What's his name? Not Corbin. What's the white boy? Whatever the white boy name is. Because the thing is, like, girl, and then the thing is, y'all lying like we can't see this. Sincere, you literally lied to Trinity and Kata. Talk about, I wish it was Mel. I wish it was Mel. No, you don't. You happy with your situation, and it's cool that you like be happy with it. But Anaya is insecure and she weak. Sorry to say about the black woman, but she insecure and she weak. Girl, that boy has not done, and that boy has not done anything to make you feel the way that you feel. And and on top of that, you listening to Zach and Kata in the same situation that you and KC in. So what make them any different? And Anaya way better than me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. So last night the room where you can go have sex at opened up, and they was like, you got to vote for a couple. And they up there jumping up and down for Kata and Zach. Not me, baby. I would have said, well, who voted for that? And what did Anaya do? She up there creating dance moves for them. She helping the girl pick out outfits. Girl, please. Girl, please. Please, not me. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And KC fine, baby. I don't give a fuck what the JWs of the world say. Baby, KC fine. KC fine. And they say KC got a big, you know what. She can't be the therapist of the house with her old sensitive ass. But I just feel like who voted? Like, this wasn't a group vote. Ain't nobody vote for them. Y'all should have gave it to KC and Anaya. Why we gotta give it to Zach and Kata? Zach don't even know what to do with that. Zach don't even know what to do with that. Child, please. I said it. That's who said it. I said it. I said it, and I ain't changing it. What else happened? Did y'all watch From? The people that watch From? Casey and I are OGs, yes. They should have gave it to Casey and I. Ain't nobody vote for no goddamn Zach and Kata. Nobody want to see that shit. Oh, and Gabe don't want Jen. How you going, Jen? Girl, Jen, you got your nerve to sit there and say, "Yeah, you're not physically my type." You're not physically my type, baby. I would.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
I don't know what Krayshawn. I don't. I took it. She like white boys. I just would have looked at her. I just would have looked her up and down. I just would have looked her up and down. I would have just looked her up and down, girl. I'm not your type. I'm not your type. Well, motherfucking Bugs Bunny teeth you got, bitch. I ain't your type. Jen, big ass. You said Kate is shaped like a teenage boy. She sure is. I think Frank gonna be off the chain next episode. Me too. It's only 2 more episodes next week in the season finale. Where is But anyway, y'all. That's my best friend. I'll call him right back. Anyway, y'all. I'm getting up off of here. Love Island come on in about an hour. I'm gonna watch TV. I find me something to eat. I think I'm playing baby. I need to plan my move. I've done everything but playing this move. Ooh. Anybody want to drive my stuff down to Atlanta for me? Anybody want to drive my stuff to Atlanta for me? Clear as the mode. I was shocked with that trailer. Baby. I forgot all about Clear too. Baby, that man said, I'm not gonna kill you right now.
I can't believe it, Jesus. I can't believe it, Jesus.
That man said, I'm not gonna kill you right now. And then gonna say, you got two, it's either gonna turn out really good or really bad for y'all. I said, bitch. Baby, them people ain't never get out of town. Them people ain't never get out of town. I don't drive over 4 hours anymore, child. I don't want to either, but gotta get my shit down there. My God. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All right, y'all. That's really all I got. I ain't got nothing else. Thank y'all for showing up. As always, I will see y'all later this week. Y'all need to figure. I need to do some. I need to figure out this move. You know how you got everything in order, but then you gotta be like, shit, I gotta move. Damn. Do I really want to do this? Because I'm not bringing a lot of stuff with me. Everybody was like, you should just put your car in the back of the trailer and just drive the U-Haul truck. I was like, baby, that's scary to me. I don't know. We'll see. It is. It is. Anyway, I'm getting up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of y'all evening, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.